Hello and welcome to my Sims world where life is built off testing cheats true, where you are simming with Game Haven X01. Today, y'all, we are gonna start out with Yan Wei Dreams. I know normally I follow the Sims home and everything, but Yan stays here. And the small city beauty2b apartments. And as you know, the ladies they sit here too when I'm recording. Instead of me going back to get them and everything, I just sometimes just leave them here. So, as our last episode, Jan he was developing some pictures and everything, and instead of him going all the way back across town to develop these pictures of Beauty to Be and other, the culinary school and everything like that, that Mr. Jenkins rented out an empty building, the bottom floor, so he can store the pictures there just to help him out a little bit. So Jan took that opportunity that same night to hang these pictures up and clear out his camera and everything. But Mr. Jenkins also made him aware, do not leave your expensive equipment in there. I just rented it out. I'm not really sure who or what that could get in there and steal your equipment. But I'm gonna get you an office. Just give me a little bit of time to get things set up and everything. But you'll have an office here that you can store your equipment and everything in there, and it'll be safe and everything. Because he's just been hired at Beauty to Be, so he's only been there for a short time. But Jan took the opportunity that same night to store the pictures there. So he goes into the apartments and get the keys and everything that the owner left for him. And yeah, so that's what we're doing right now. He's in there framing the pictures and everything. And yeah, I can't wait to show y'all his outfits and everything. And I'm in the base game, so I kind of had to be very creative in making it look like a film developing place and everything. Jan Wade Dreams is our photographer in Newcrest, but he's gonna also be doing work other places like the culinary school, um, all different kind of things that we're going to be doing in the future. So, but he's our photographer, everything. Unless we're taking some selfies, giving him the day off or something like that. But definitely, this is where we're going to kind of like store the pictures and everything. And then every now and then you'll see me jump back over here to grab some pictures to decorate and stuff like that. Because we cannot keep all those pictures in Yanwei's camera. It's just like, if you notice, I had over like 200 pictures in there. And that's not even counting the pictures over at Bridget's home. But y'all, it's the next morning. And Yahweh got some good sleep and everything. So we're going to head back to the small city in Newcrest. But instead of us going straight to work, we're gonna go to the apartments, and I'm gonna give you a little tour. I did redecorate it. Well, I'm not gonna say redecorate it, but I kind of updated it. When I first put it in here, there was nothing in here. I mean, just other than the beds and the bathrooms and a TV and everything. But I said, let me make it more comfortable because my Sims do stay here, and I wanted this to be the Beauty to Be apartments. So, like, say for instance, if they was working late and the Sims wanted to stay here, all of them, like Bridget and Gianna, they got their own place, but they can stay here and everything and get some rest. So let's get Yanwei up, Mr. Dreams up, Bridget. Oh, she's mopping the floor. Bridget, we need to get in there to the bathroom. Who is you in there yelling at? She's tired of coming up here and seeing all these puddles everywhere. But yeah, so that is Eric Lewis. Eric Lewis, he also stays here in the apartments. I shouldn't say apartments. At first, it was two sets of apartments, but I made it one big apartment. So, Jan, go ahead and get into this. Oh, I got to put a bathroom door on those other doors. Let me find him a bathroom and then get him to take a shower. I know, Jan. I think I deleted the doors. So we're gonna go ahead and let him get his hygiene up and everything. No, no, you can't take a soothing shower because we got a big day ahead of us at Beauty2b. I got a lot of things to do. Just take you a hot shower. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in cast, and I'm gonna get everyone dressed for today. And I forgot to do the bathroom. But don't worry, another time I'll do the bathrooms and you'll be able to see them. But I just wanted to show y'all how they hang out at the apartment. So let's go ahead and jump into cast. So now that everyone is dressed, John has on his suit. Now you remember from a prior episode when he was hired on, Gianna mentioned to him how Bridget likes her employees, her partners, to come to work looking very professional, very well dressed and everything because they be rubbing elbows with celebrities. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who you might meet, and for everyone to look really, really celebrities and stuff. But Jan, he's like, I'm behind the camera. I'm not in front of the camera. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of like dressed the way he wanted to dress. I mean, he dressed appropriately in a way, but he's like, I'm not in front of the camera or anything like that. It doesn't matter how I dress. But, I think the next episode or episode after that, Bridget and her, while they was sitting in her office, she kind of like bring it up, let them know, hey, your chest hanging out in my office. You know what I'm saying? We don't need. So y'all is like, does my chest being out bother you? And she's like, what, please? So Jan, he likes working with Bridget, and he likes working with Gianna. He likes working for Beauty2b. They have welcomed him with open arms and everything. So, Jan, he's like, okay, I'm gonna like go ahead and put on a tie for her. A nice dress shirt and a tie, and kind of jazz up a little bit. and surprised her today at work. So as he's downstairs in the kitchen, cleaning up, he also helps to do housely duties and everything. He's gonna make him some coffee, and should we have some breakfast? I already done cheated their needs and everything. Um, but we're gonna definitely have some coffee. I don't know if we're gonna cook anything yet. Because he's not hungry or anything. I kind of want to go ahead and get to over to Beauty to Be and get our day started. But as Jan is sitting there getting ready to have his coffee, he thinks I should go and check on the pictures and everything over at the empty building just to make sure everything's still there. Mr. Jenkins did warn me not to leave my equipment in there. I'm not going to leave my equipment in there, but I do want to make sure all the photos are there and they are okay. So after we drink our coffee, we're going to run over there real quickly and just check. Which way you going, Jan? Come this way. This way. We're going over here. So we can see that the photos stood up, but we're going to have him go in and make sure. Even though I know that they going to be there, but we're just like adding it to our storyline because we do have burglars and everything like that. You never know who might break in, but who would want some pictures? But still, these could be some valuable pictures, y'all. You never know, you know. So he goes in and he begins to count. Everything is still there, and nobody has, the burglars haven't broke in and replaced those pictures. So he makes sure that all of them um, are still the same ones that he placed up, which they are. And as you can see in Beauty to Be Apartments, we got Jenny. Jenny's here. I think Jenny went and cooked her some breakfast. We got Gianna. So everybody has arrived to work and everything, and it's ready. So we're gonna have Jan empty the coffee, and we have Eric Titus. He's sitting on the couch. Gianna's back there getting up another puddle, honey. I don't know what's going on in here. So let's get them to mingle a little bit. So Bridget's like, Jan? Jan, you look so nice this morning. He's like, thank you, thank you. Did you put on a tie for me? And he's like, somewhat. I wanted to, respect what you said. I understand what you was meaning and everything. And, you know, I'm not, I could dress like I want to outside of work. So, yeah, I put on a tie, just to fit in a little bit. Thank you so much. And then I also thought about, when we went over to the culinary school, rubbing elbows with the famous Chef Ramsay, I just felt some type of way, like, maybe Bridget is right, uh, maybe I should put on a tie and a nice dress shirt. So I don't know if Gianna got upset that they was talking, but she got up and moved. But she's gonna come back. And but he was like, y'all ladies look really, really nice this morning. And Miss Eric is like, hey, how y'all doing this morning? Good morning, good morning. And they like, good morning. So we done had them sit and chat a little bit while I show y'all around downstairs and the photos that we already have up. So there are pictures of everybody that works here. I'm gonna definitely add some more. From Bridget's first day, them in the office, Jan's first day. Then we have Mr. Jenkins. So let's go ahead and get over to Beauty to Be. Fast forward this and get over there. Y'all already know all the employees and stuff, so get them in here. And then I'm going to go ahead and delete the door off, honey, so they can stop leaving out. Takes them for so long to get back upstairs when they leave out. They be going everywhere. As you notice, I got some other doors off because they'll leave out Beauty to Be and go over to the game room. They'll go over to another building. The apartments I left with the doors still up. That way, if they want to go take a nap or something, they can go get something to eat. They can. Um, but yeah, and I have a little root fridge in Beauty to Be, just to grab a snack or something. They don't have to go far, but they end up going far. So today I want to start out with finishing up the offices, and I want to start with Titus' office because I realized I haven't really did anything in his office, and actually I had put him somewhere else in one of the little booths, and I realized I made him an office. He's vice president. I made him an office, and then I went back and looked, and I was like, oh, here it is. So let's get him up here. And yeah, and starting out, I was trying to put a door. I was having so much trouble to put a door up. I don't know what. I thought it was the flowers and everything, but let's go ahead and jump into um, and build mode. So as you know, I could not get the door up, but I'm not going to miss this opportunity to go ahead and get them in the office, in the conference room, or any more time just getting the day started and getting some footage and everything of them. So Gianna is at her desk. She loves her little desk. I love that her desk is right there now. But I'm going to try once again to get Titus's office together. I'm wondering why he can't come up here. um well, it's taking him so long to get up here, so let me check. So with me still trying to put the door up, I couldn't understand why the door wouldn't go up. So I made an entrance way, so he can come into his office and I can, you know, start, decorating it and everything. As you already know that we have a picture of him right here. I kind of put this down to remind myself this is Titus' office, and where I wanted all everybody to kind of be. I kind of have them scattered out a little bit, and then I moved Gianna downstairs, right across from Bridget's office. Since Gianna is going to be Bridget's secretary, assistant, and everything, and they also best friends. I wanted her a lot closer, so we're waiting on Eric to come up here. Eric is vice president of Beauty to Be, and Mr. Jenkins is CEO. Mr. Jenkins is on the very top floor, so they down here in the conference. Yeah, this is before the conference. Before the conference, Titus, I need you to come out. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get your office set up, because I don't just want them all the time to be in the conference room, but it's, little clips of them here and there in their offices and working, you know, in their office, and then come together in the conference room for the board meeting. So I don't know what's going on, why he needs me to direct him step by step to get upstairs. I don't know. Come on, Titus. What is going on? Honey, these Sims. Then he walking so slow, honey. See what I have to deal with, y'all. They just be wanting to aggravate me sometimes. It just don't make no sense. Then just go in here so we can go ahead. I like them standing in the spot. You know, especially if I'm dealing with one sim, standing there so I can, so they could be a part of me decorating. I can kind of get a feel of them to put in the office. Eric, what is the problem? Is there a hole in the floor or something? Why can't you step over here? Oh my goodness, honey. Just don't make no sense. No sense. Is the flowers in the way? Is the flowers in the way of the doorway? Then I'm flying everywhere. Let me see. Maybe maybe there's a glitch or something. Maybe there's a towel missing. I don't know. Uh I'm gonna try to lay down the same towels again and see would that work. What is this on the floor? Oh, that's just a light. I don't know. Let me try to reset him. Okay, now see, can you walk? Eric, what's wrong this morning? Are you still asleep? Let's see if he come down here. Okay, you can walk down the steps. What's going on? Let me see. It might be the floor. Let me see what's going on. And jump back into build mode. So I laid down the same pattern, the towels and everything. So let's see, can Eric get up here into his office? Like, where is it? Come on here. Where's you going? Come on. Walk right there. Okay, now I'm gonna direct you up here. See, that's what I'm talking about. It takes so long. Sometimes my Sims be just like through the whole day, and I'll be like, before I know it, it's night. And I'd be like, I'm gonna go ahead and record. We don't be telling like it's still daytime. But I think I'll come back and let him, we'll try his office. I don't want to miss this opportunity to get Mr. Jenkins in his office. So we're going to just call it like a small little conference up here with the guys and get some photos of Mr. Jenkins in his office talking with Eric. And we're going to have Kaden come up. Because I wanted some more interactions with Eric. Eric is not, we don't really tend to really have him in anything. Um, and Kaden and Jan. Eric, I don't know, honey. Why you don't want your office decorated? So let's say Eric is up here. He's waiting on Mr. Jenkins to get up here. Mr. Titus. He's like, oh, my bed. I need to get a new bed. My back is just bothering me this morning. And then we don't have Jan come in here. So they done discussed the brief interview that Bridget had with um, um, the famous Chef Ramsay. But Mr. Jenkins is starting to think maybe his crew is right. Maybe they should go with the Caliente sisters. When did you get in here? So Mr. Jenkins is like, "Good morning, Mr. Titus." He's like, "Good morning, good morning." So if you know that Bridget had a brief interview with Chef Ramsay. Oh yeah, I know about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was in a meeting. What do you think? Do you think this is our cover? Mr. Jenkins. Azo. From Man to Man. I love food too, but I definitely don't think he is gonna bring any, exciting news. I mean, maybe to the women, you know, the women love cooking, but the men, no. I think we definitely need to add a little sports to our magazine. Sports to Urban Magazine. Yeah, Titus, come on, Azo. I'm trying to tell you, you got to put something in there for the men also into the magazine. I've been telling you this for years. I mean, it's one thing have clothes and gossip and everything like that, but you need a little sports uh, section. How do you feel about this, Sean and Mr. Caden? I feel like Titus is right. I pick up the magazine sometimes, and mostly I just pick it up if I want to check out new outfits or something. Or check out the latest gossip. But I definitely would like to see some sports in there. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So Giannis, jotting down, taking pictures in the office and everything. Um, so Giannis, like, definitely, I feel the same way. For it to be, or even an urban magazine, I mean, definitely you could do some issues on some famous basketball players. And definitely made the magazine a little bit for everybody because mostly now women are just buying the magazine unless a guy is picking up the issue for a model or something. But other than that, yeah, you definitely need something for the males in there. Well, I'm glad that everyone feels that way because I definitely feel the same way too. I have kind of lost a touch of reading my own magazine. So I definitely think bringing some sports into there will help it out. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump down into cast and I mean into build mode and go ahead and get his office set up and hopefully we can get him in here. Also, I'm gonna try another sim. See if I can get another sim to walk in here. Is it just him or what? So yeah, I'll see you in a minute. So now that Titus's office is almost complete, our final touches is to add him a little bit of photos to kind of customize his office. And so I'm gonna send Jan, Mr. Titus. Where you going, Mr. Titus? Is your meeting over with? We're gonna send Titus to the empty building to grab some photos. So Mr. Jenkins is like, thanks, Titus. He's like, you're welcome, you're welcome. So, even though I mean, not Titus, but even though Jan is just the photographer, but he's also been promoted to filmmaking, so he's going to be recording over in the studio also. Mr. Jenkins looked over, his resume and everything and found out uh, Mr. Dreams has more to offer than just pictures, taking pictures and everything. So he definitely promoted him to filmmaker also, and he also will be working with Chloe to because Chloe is a director. Especially over in the studio, so she would be directing how things should be done, like which way you would look, Bridget, and everything, and where the camera would be shot at, and stuff like that. So, and because he is, filmmaker now, part of his job is filmmaking, he will be behind the camera shooting the shots. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so, yeah, Mr. Dreams, you're taking so long to get over here. I should have just fast forwarded, but I didn't want y'all to see. I kind of want to be a little extra. Like we'll see him walking around and stuff like that. And as you can see, it's already dark. I forgot I took down a door. Yes. Okay, come on out now. I don't know how long he was standing right there. So we're going to have him come and get some photos of Mr. Titus. And I don't think we have too many of him. But we're going to kind of get a few. I think I only grabbed two to kind of customize his office. But we're definitely going to take some more. As you noticed, we was already up there taking some. And I'm going to have Mr. Dreams later on go to his office and develop those pictures. And that's when we'll check out his office and everything. So we have only two up here. You know, I could customize it by adding some of, the ladies in there. But I'm going to leave that for their office. Or maybe downstairs or something like that. All right. So we made a copy of it. Because I'm not sure if I want to use these for something else also. So I'm just going to make a copy. Because you never know, I might make them their own place or something like that and customize their place with their photos. So now we're going to get Mr. Dreams back up here. Take it forever. Is he going downstairs? Oh no, that's not him. I think that is Chloe. Yep, that is Chloe. Chloe, where you going? You going to take a nap? See how they leave out. I think that's where she's going to take a nap. Oh no, she's going over there probably to the game room. They live over there. And over there at the game room, the tech guru, is it tech guru, y'all? Tech guru. That is where Ned Owens works. That's his office over there. And this is it's not really an apartment building right here with the beds. It's a store that sell beds and everything. And we'll later on get over there. Titus, I just mentioned Titus, he needs a new bed. So we'll later on get an employee over there and get him to go in and purchase him a new bed. So let's go ahead and jump into build mode. Get Mr. Titus' office ready. So when I finished Mr. Titus' outfits, I wanted to add a little bit more to the conference area, to some of the women desks, like by putting purses down and everything, because we do carry purses, and when you get to work in your office, you sit your purse down on the table, on your desk, and everything, or maybe on the floor, or on a chair, or on a coat rack, or something like that. But I can't hang them on a coat rack or anything like that. So I just put them on the desk and everything. But all the ladies have one. And in the conference room, even though those are blueprints, but we're gonna say that their paperwork and everything, that once they finish in their office, in their workspace, and they gather all their paperwork to come inside the conference room for the board meeting. And but we're not gonna say they look kind of like blueprints, but every now and then we might use it as a blueprint. So I'm gonna go ahead and cheat the household, and pay the bills. Mr. Jenkins pays the bills and everything. And we're going to go ahead and get this conference started, our board meeting started. Get everybody back up here. Look at Gianna out there. Gianna. Honey, come on in the board meeting, the conference room. She's going to stand at her desk. She likes her desk, y'all. She likes it. And I customized it with her photos and everything. Yeah. And then I moved Chloe. Instead of Chloe, because I realized Mr. Titus was upstairs by herself. So I moved Chloe downstairs. I mean upstairs with Titus. So she has a little workspace. And then upstairs with Mr. Jenkins is his assistant, Jenny, Caden, and who else? I think that's it. I think that's it. And then downstairs with Bridget is Gianna, Miss Styles. So let's get everybody in here. So let's say Gianna grabs her paperwork and everything, and she's gonna head inside the conference room for the board meeting. Where is you going, Gianna? Oh, Chloe. Chloe, come down here. Look at Gianna. Honey, we about to work. About to do some work. Look at y'all. Y'all, why you feel so flirty? You better leave Bridget alone, honey. Y'all are at work. Y'all, do you think I should have Bridget and Jan go on a date? I don't think so. I don't think so, because I want them to stay as good friends on the job. Like everybody is more like a family on the job. No dating. So let's go ahead and get with Mr. Jenkins while we wait on Gianna. And Mr. Jenkins is like talking about the percentage of who is actually reading their magazine. And we're going to say, 25% is in the red, which are older women. And then we have 15% that is men, and the rest is women. And the blue is the women. And he was like, but I definitely want it to be more men that's reading that magazine. Also, I know women, ladies, don't get me wrong. I know y'all love the magazine too, but for me to be a man, you know, I definitely feel like I should bring something else to the magazine. And I definitely was thinking about adding some sports. Bridget is like, really? I think that's just a great idea, Mr. Jenkins. I definitely think that you should do that. Yes, I'm definitely for it. So not only will it be a gossip magazine or a fashion magazine, but also, we have a sports section. So Jan gets up so he can take some photos and everything. So Mr. Jenkins, like, how do everyone in this board meeting feel about that? I like the idea. I like Jenny's like sports. Miss Jenkins, I do not like sports. Well, you don't have to read that section, Janine. It's more for the men because, as you can see, our percentage and everything, the men we only have 15%. I have did the numbers and everything, and I definitely think it should be more men reading the magazine. Also, more than I'm a man. I made the magazine, and I thought men are not into gossip. Like the women are. Oh really? Oh really? Men are not into gossip. Not like you think. Not like the ladies. We like a nice little gossip story. But, the Caliente sisters, we're not really into all it. As for you ladies. So I definitely think that we should bring some sports to the magazine. And I checked with the guys. We had a small little meeting upstairs in my office. And I definitely, they all feel the same. Well, Mr. Jenkins, this is Bridget. I feel I totally agree with you. So when do you want to get started on this? Well, it's in the working, it's in the making and everything. But as you can see down on your blueprints, I have laid out a little sample of where I want it to be in the magazine, and it would be located in the very back of the magazine. After because I don't want to put it in the front. It might, because the our blue percentage is women. So if they see all the sports on the front of the cover, it might run them away. Or in the beginning of the magazine, it might run them away in the beginning. And later on, we could shift it, making it throughout the magazine. But right now, it'll be kind of located in the back, and the men, can flip all the way back to the sports section. And if they want to read the juicy gossip and everything, they can, and then work their way up to the sports section. Bridget's like, I like your idea. Guys, I love your idea. Wait a minute. I do not like sports. I think this is a bad idea, Miss Jenny. You do not have to read that section. Okay, so it's not going to take away from anything that I already read in the magazine. No, no, we're going to still add the same things in there, but just adding a little section for the men and that everything. So Caden's like, I like that idea. So as we got that part done, we're gonna go ahead and move over to the studios because, we're gonna have to interview uh, the famous Chef Ramsay. Get him a smaller interview in here. We did our introduction interview, and so we're gonna. Mr. Jenkins also wants them to kind of, set up and everything to see how things are going to be filmed over here in the studios. And I'm going to go ahead and jump into build mode to switch out the computers and everything.
Perfect, 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 perfect,
forget that we definitely want the Caliente sisters on the cover, but until we get to the event and everything like that, and actually started up with them. Mr. Jenkins is definitely, the famous Chef Ramsay is plan A for Mr. Jenkins. And he's like, we're going to go ahead and get Chef Ramsay set up just in case if Miss Eden, if you do not get to meet the Caliente sisters at the event, because they're just plan B. But he's like, if you get to them and everything, and you can get them to agree to do an interview, definitely I will put the storyline and everything on the front cover, and then we will add then we will add Chef Ramsay in there. So you know, Bridget is definitely uh, trying to reach out to the Caliente sisters before the event also. But she's also asking around to see would they be there, you know? And with her connection, she's having a hard time to reach them and everything. So she is definitely, with her fingers crossed on this event that they show up. And Jenny already, not Jenny, but Chloe already said that, yeah, they show up every year. And Mr. Jenkins, he declined the offer to go to the event and everything, for Beauty to Be. But, and that's because of his own issues. Mr. Jenkins, like, I haven't gotten an award in the past several years. So I don't, Beauty to Be don't want to be no more part of it. I don't want to. I don't want to be a part of it. So now that Bridget has kind of changed his mind and wants to attend, and she has, debated Mr. Jenkins over this and everything. Mr. Jenkins finally came to say, okay, all right, we'll attend this year and see what it's all about and everything. And Bridget tell him, you haven't won an award because your magazine. You're not putting nothing in there now that people really. I mean, women are still getting your issues because of fashion and the small gossip that you talk about. But yeah. I mean, we definitely need some more. The Caliente sisters and all the drama scandal that's going on is definitely would definitely change the whole your whole issue about not getting an award, at the yearly event. She's like, and that's why you brought me here. You brought me here to change your magazine, right? It's like, yeah, yeah, I did. Okay, I got to change some of these chairs around. No, why Jan cannot sit down? Let's see, can Bridget said, I thought I had changed it before. Yeah, I have another studio, also another building that I have set up that I record. I think I did that other one there. So, so let's go, let me go ahead and jump back into build mode and set them some better chairs. So also setting up the chairs and everything, I added a new rug. I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna get Miss Bridget to sit down. Now this is kind of like a test run to see how everybody would be. Would they be running around everywhere? And as you know from our culinary school and everything, that we had a hard time there. And these are the computers right here I'm gonna add into the classrooms, and hopefully they can sit and be still for a little while. Other than them reading and stuff, that this is another way that I'm gonna get them to sit still. So we didn't have Jan to sit down behind the camera, and y'all pretend like he's like looking through the camera and everything. I just enlarged the camera, y'all. I had to be creative, and he's looking through the camera, and he's like, "That is a good shot right there, yeah." Maybe the lighting. We put some lights over there to really get the shadow off your face and everything. It's like a shadow sitting. Okay, all right, I like that. Let's see what else. Look, straight ahead. Pretend like she's looking straight ahead, yeah. And he's like, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. The lighting's really good that way. Don't know what's wrong with Bridget. So let's get every. I don't know what is. Should I go do another cheat or something? Chloe, what's going on, honey? She's uncomfortable. So we're gonna say Jan goes over and he's telling her, when you turn this way, you should definitely catch that light. Can you feel the warmth of light? No. No, everything. He was like, okay. Hey, that orange color looks good against the light. Really? You like my pumpkin orange hair? Yeah, yeah, it looks good against the light. It definitely adds a little niceness. I'm gonna make a note of that, to the camera and stuff. These some nice chairs right here. I know, right? Did y'all reorder these? Did y'all order these? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I definitely showed Mr. Jenkins these chairs in his magazine, and I'm like, listen, you gotta get these chairs. They look so good in the studios. You ready to do this interview with Chef Ramsay? I don't know how we don't get this done. An urban magazine featuring a famous chef. Just seems so far fetched, Maybe he'll do a section with food and everything. Maybe so. Maybe yeah, I think so. Maybe, I mean, that's the only way I can see it. Miss Jenkins, like, are y'all ready? Y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for more where you are simming with Game Haven X01.